on here.
Yeah, I want to ambush him too because I asked him before and I
Nah,
tried to ask
I
him again.
understand, but you gotta let me push back because I could take it. First off, that whole video been on my Instagram for 3 years. I don't know if the live I did on YouTube is still on there. Ain't no, he talking about COs got arrested. When a CO get arrested, they gotta put that on the Florida DOC site. And I'm
Yeah,
still in contact with everybody that sent me them videos.
yeah.
Ain't nobody get booked off of that. So I don't know what he paying his lawyer to go find. I could have sent that to him myself.
Okay, okay. Well, hey, I guess I think he brought that up to say your definition of what snitching is. That's why you're accusing him of snitching. Is him admitting that he got into a fight with Deontay or DeAndre Wiggins, right? And he's saying, well, that fight had nothing to do with his murder conviction or investigation, but they did get in a fight. So if he was telling by just admitting they got into a fight, he's saying that, well, did you possibly tell by saying this? Because the state of Florida probably raided a couple of cells probably after trying to figure out, yo, do they really got a fucking machete or whatever the hell they
Okay,
had?
so the machete is actually another
Yeah.
prison YouTuber named K Frog. I know him, right?
Okay.
But he talking about he know about Florida. That boy did 6 months in prison. So let's not have him acting like he know what the fuck Florida prison is. He did 6 months.
Really?
Like how the fuck you go to prison for 2 months? You want to start gangbanging? Let's start there, right? We got 50 major institutions in the state of Florida. Out of that video, out of all them clips that got put together, I had anywhere from 5 to 10 different prisons of people I was in contact with. How the fuck do you raided where? What cell got raided? How? You see what I'm saying? Like who the fuck? Because I know exactly who sent me them videos. I can still get on Instagram with them. So who telling him somebody got raided from some shit that's been up for 3 fucking years now? This is when I was doing prison content before I started even covering cases.
He might be thinking like, well, if
Man,
him,
he can
if
think whatever the fuck he want, but let's go back to the interrogation video because he definitely played dumb with you talking about he don't know who Boom Boom is.
yeah.
So let's go back
He's
to that video and we can
he says a
remind him who
crackhead.
Boom Boom is. Because he
Okay.
literally asked the police and said, y'all go to the
Yeah,
let me see.
It's
It's
not
one
Vito,
of the
right?
last timestamps.
It's a different Boom, right?
Not that one. No. All the way to the right. It's one of the last
yeah.
timestamps.
Okay.
He says, y'all need to go find Boom Boom.
Hold on, I'm gonna play this. And by the way, chat, I am gonna play the whole thing in its entirety. To be fair, right? I don't want to just only get piece because we might miss out on context, and I think a lot of this is context. You get what I mean?
Yeah, find Boom Boom's who? The lady, find her.
Yeah, but you guys see Boom Boom and you don't call
We
us.
seen Boom Boom one time. I just told Mr. Nick Roberts we seen her one time one night, and when she only come out.
Go back to the beginning when he says y'all need to find Boom Boom. She asked him, "You got anything else to say?"
Oh.
And he says, "Yeah, y'all need to find Boom Boom. Boom Boom knows everything."
Okay.
And then he gonna act like he don't know who the fuck that is. Stop it. Your cousin that died, you said he was a fucking crackhead. He was smoking pills. And then you gonna say Boom Boom a crackhead?
Nani?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, find Boom Boom's who?
Come on, man. How many people you identifying people they show when you
see
pictures
Boom Boom
up?
and you don't call
We
us.
seen Boom Boom one time. I just told Mr. Nick Roberts we seen her one
Hold
time.
on, I'm gonna go back a little bit further. Let me see.
I'm gonna ask you.
Here we go.
That I one told me we seen him walking. I know for a fact that man had something to do with it.
Okay. All right. Anything else I haven't asked you? While we're together, that you could tell me right now.
Let's see. Yeah, find Boom Boom's who? The lady, find her.
Yeah, but you guys see Boom Boom and you don't call
We
us.
seen Boom Boom one time. I just told Mr. Nick Walters we seen her one time one night, and when she only come out like 2 or 3, and you gotta be by the speed store, like right there by that barber shop, the speed store where they be tricking at. So I don't see her. I don't see her. Everybody keep Mr. Jimmy. I do next door. Everybody saying she was at the gate when they was walking up.
Yeah.
We've
been looking for Boom Boom. We're out there all the time.
She got some. She knows some. Everybody. She know the answer to everybody.
The only way we're gonna find Boom Boom is if somebody calls us when Boom Boom shows up and don't tell her.
Yeah, Cause I told you from the incident. After the incident, I only seen her one time. And then I didn't know she was wounded and all that.
It's not even that.
I wanted to talk to her. I seen her one time, but this was everybody say, but Boom Boom seen it. She seen everything go down. She know who it was. All this she knew. She said she knew who it was. So
when you talk to your family that's out there, you needed to make sure they understand.
I was telling her, me and my brother had looked for her, but she ain't been around. She usually be around.
Yeah.
She usually be walking around.
I'm just saying you need to stress that to your family that they see her walking down the street or something. We need to know.
All
right.
So by the way, he says he's spinning. Is he spinning or he's? I don't tell it. I don't know. By the way, yo, I definitely want to and I posted to shout out to my man Bandman Kevo in the building. Salute to Kevo. Kevo said he couldn't wait for this motherfucking stream, man. Salute to him. Thank you for the $300 gifted, my man Big Kevo. You know what I mean? Holding it down in the chat on YouTube over there. Yo, y'all go fuck with Kevo, man. Kevo's a hilarious nigga.
All right. We're going to keep looking in, Fame. We're working hard on it.
So he essentially says, "Fine, Boom Boom, Boom Boom will help y'all," right?
Yeah, he says, "Fine, Boom Boom, Boom Boom, Boom Boom seen the whole thing to some shit," but he acting like he didn't identify 3 people by photo in this video. He identified Wig by photo, he identified a girl by photo, and then he tells them about Quentin and says, "Do y'all got a picture?" See, this is the thing. Can you go on my Instagram real quick?
Yeah. He says there ain't no Quentin.
Okay, well, they brought him a picture, so I don't know how the fuck that works.
Okay, all right.
That's why I'm saying, like, I really wanted to be on the call, because it's like, I'm going to call out all the bullshit you saying. And he talking about my lawyer want to drag him. He told Coley that they wanted to do a lawsuit. That ain't no new news. That's what he told his co-defendant. Click that video right there.
Is your video? Okay.
It's right at the end of this.
Tell me about him. Tell me about your relationship.
That's the dude. They say that's the dude from D Block. They like.
What do you know his name is?
Wig. Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, he was just like.
To be fair, and that's why I'm gonna play the whole thing too. He says when he's saying Wig, he's identifying, saying, "Yeah, I had a fight with the dude." He's not saying that's the murderer. So I want to be fair to him.
Bro, like, from your side of town, he ain't put out no gun, but he was holding on to a pen, like, they like, bro, you know how them niggas, this, that, little junk like that. I'm like, bro, the dude they saying did it, I seen Slug with him, they was smoking M's together or whatever. The dude, they said it was a dude named Jarrell. The reason we know they hang, because Eddie gave him, his mama gave him, and the nigga Juvenile gang member, so I know for a fact they hang. Alright, I don't know if he got a tattoo on his baby, I know he got some tattoos on his arm though. Y'all can't bring no picture on that?
Yeah, I'll work on it. Give me a minute.
That's him. What about him?
Tell me about him. Tell me about your relationship.
He identifies him.
That's the dude. They say that's the dude from D Block. They like
picture, and they bring him the picture, and he says that's him. So I don't know how, because he talking about he don't know who Boom Boom is, but Boom Boom's in the witness list, just like he's in the witness list that he claimed he wasn't in.
Well, basically, he said it's a crackhead, and he says in terms of the witness list, he's saying the police compiled a list of names of everybody who they talked to. But this is the thing, right? He's saying it's a crackhead as if that's the only crackhead. He said his cousin smoked pills.
And that's what the whole situation had to do with, was that his cousin was smoking pills with people and hanging around other people that smoke pills. So what does that tell you about the entire situation? It was more than one base on that street.
Mm.
Boom Boom wasn't the only one. Boom Boom was just the crackhead that witnessed the shit go down.
Yeah, Lil Boom definitely seen it. He seen him do it. All right, hold on. All right, I'm gonna start this from the top.
Fuck I didn't.
I'm gonna start this from the top. And again, yo, Jake, I don't know if you have some time to chill in here. You know, I think this is the best way how I could, just be fair. And I'm gonna play it from your page because you pretty much you didn't do no edits to the video. You pretty much just trimmed out the little dead air at the beginning and probably at the end. So we're gonna play straight from your page. Chat, I've confirmed. Richie's people sent me the same video. It's 53 minutes, just like how Jake previewed it on Instagram. It's pretty much the same, right? Okay.
Hey, can I show you something?
Yeah.
Can you bring up a new tab?
Okay.
Type in FLDOC.
FLDOC.
Yup.
Okay.
When you go on there, hit offender search.
Offender search. Okay, there we go.
Once you do that, for the last name, put Butler, Butler.
Butler.
And for the first name, put Eddie, Eddie.
Okay.
And then hit search, and it's gonna be, you're gonna click the inmate release.
Wait, did I press the wrong thing?
No. The search should be under it, right there. Submit request, and then click inmate release. No, right above the name.
Oh, search aliases.
No. Go above the name.
Oh.
It's gonna say inmate release in blue.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Let me see. I just gotta wait because it's like a little delayed once you do the shit.
Yeah.
When I'm watching you do it. All right. So the third person, Eddie Jr. Butler, click him.
This guy here.
So you see this dude with all the shit tatted on his face?
Yeah.
Okay, now go back to the interrogation video.
Back to the interrogation video. Let me just go to your page 1090. Oh, it's right here.
She usually be around.
Okay.
And then when you get to the video, go to the third timestamp.
Richey called police about Eddie Butler.
About Eddie Butler, right? So he's saying he's naming names that don't exist, but Eddie Butler from fucking Tallahassee is right there.
Okay. All right.
So I don't understand how we get their names up when it's that easy to figure out who's who.
Okay. Good point. He definitely said on here he was making up names and spinning. However, also to be fair, he said anything about the altercation with Wiggins, he basically did a test that happened. But he said anything about the murder, he said he made up. Anyway, I'm gonna just play this unedited. Let me see right when they walk in. All right, and listen, it's gonna be chat again. I'm doing this in the interest of fairness, and it's gonna be a long play. It's 48 minutes. We're watching the whole thing. You feel me? So, for anybody in here, let me see. Can I stream it also? I could probably stream it to y'all too. That y'all could watch it at the same time, or y'all could watch it through the stream. But if y'all want to butt in, or y'all want me to pause it or go back anything, let's do it.
You should stream it. If Jake gonna be here, you should just stream it in here.
Yeah. All right. Let me. Okay. Here we go. This is share your screen right here. Go live. Y'all can see?
Yeah.
All right.
48 minutes though, my boy.
Bro, because we got to hear everything in context. You get what I mean? Like a super, if we watch a supercut, you know what I mean? This is why I wanted to talk to that dude last night, TYMB Feifei. Yeah. I thought it was just a supercut. No, but he was a special guy. You know what I mean?
1.25 speed, that hoe or something.
All right, we could do that. You want to do 1.25 speed? Oh, we could do that. We could do that.
Just chatting, nigga, for like 20 minutes.
Here we go.
Hey, Jalen. I talked to your dad at TJ the other day. He told me that you have beefs with some people.
Let me tell you that.
Yes, sir, he did.
He just called me on the phone yesterday, so that's why I called you.
He didn't tell me. Your dad didn't tell me that you have beef with people.
He called me on the phone. Why do you think I called you yesterday?
So you're calling me a liar?
No, I'm telling you what he told me.
Your dad told me that you and your brother had a party at the Travel Lodge that got shut down.
We got a fight.
And there was a fight?
That wasn't beef.
Okay, that was a fight with somebody? All right. Somebody named Ernest, I believe it was.
That same dude that be around the house every day.
Exactly. That's why that's not the one I'm not interested in that one at all. He told me that you told him that you were at a house somewhere in D Block, seeing a girl, and some dude rolled up. I don't know who it was, but I got a pretty good idea.
I had to put it back on normal speed.
Yeah, I see him saying it was too fast.
Yeah. I want people to hear it.
Like he had a gun.
Hey, did you peep game that right in the beginning? He said that's why I called you yesterday to the investigator.
Yeah.
Yeah, this ain't the first time he says he's been calling the ass too.
Yes. So, and I wish I just had fucking talked.
He don't want to talk because he know I'm gonna make him look fucking stupid, bro. He talking about he want to fight.
Well,
listen, I don't talk to people directly in line with him and asked him in the DMs, did you tell these people about these cases? He said, yeah. And when I spoke with them, they said no. These street people that he be talking about.
So in fairness to him, and that's what I'm saying, I wish y'all would just because y'all could have hashed that out. In fairness to him, he said after the murder, the police was at his house every day. So I'm imagining the police is trying to follow up on leads, calling a bunch. Yo, hey, do you know this? Do you know this? Okay, they're trying to follow leads, right? Is that fair to assume?
I mean, that would make sense, and I'm not gonna hold it against his family to be cooperating. But how many times did he just say he really in the streets, but he calling the detective himself? He calling the detective.
That's a point. All right.
And you can see that they've obviously been communicating because they're talking about the same fucking people.
Okay. All right, let me keep playing.
What your dad was telling me, whether he pulled a gun or whether he was reaching for his waistband like he had one.
But we wasn't beefing though. We wasn't beefing. He and the power of my dad. It wasn't he wasn't really talking to me. He was talking to the girl that was in the car. He was like, yeah, cause your brother. He was like, something about your brother from somewhere we have in Hollyfield. I'm not from Hollyfield. He was like, yeah, from your brother. He kept putting up on his pants.
When was that?
This was what? About, I don't know, it's accurate, like 2 months ago. A month and a half, 2 months ago.
You don't think this would be something you might want to tell us while we're investigating a homicide? You think that they came to your mom and dad's house, on a lark? They came probably looking for you. They weren't looking for his brother. They were looking for you.
No, it wasn't, sir. No, I know for a fact they wasn't looking for me. That wasn't him.
Okay, I'm also trying to add some context. So remember the story, chat, because trust me, I was having a little trying to figure it out even when Richie's saying it, and I know Jake is way in tune with this whole. He probably seen it a million times, but we're all new, me and you, right? So we got to try to understand the story. So his cousin get killed in the yard, right? The police are investigating this. The police, according to him, was at the house every day. He probably talked to everybody, this and third. He says this is a second interview that he did with them, right? Which means there's probably a first, right? And also, he says that just hearing what the cop just says here, he says, why didn't you tell us that you had an altercation with the nigga that I guess they're probably looking into, which is DeAndre Wiggins? And he's trying to explain to the cop why he never told him this before, but eventually he's telling them now, right? And I guess the fight that happened, or altercation happened 2 months ago. Clearly the the cousin that died probably died in the vicinity of, I don't know, maybe a couple of days before this, right? Or that week, who knows?
You don't think this would be something you might want to tell us while we're investigating a homicide?
Hey, let me add something on that.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to be 100% honest with you here. This is unbiased right here.
Yeah.
Richie telling the truth.
Okay.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth in the beginning of this bitch. Because when you hear what the police officer is saying, he's accusing basically the situation that they came to Boston Richey's house looking for him because of the situation with Wig, and that ended up with them killing the cousin. So that was the motive he was trying to find, but that wasn't even the truth though. And that's what Richie's saying. Richie's saying, nah, this wasn't about beef. It had nothing to do with me. It has something to do with my cousin and these pills. Now, when you read Wig's affidavit, it said that Wig met up with the cousin and robbed the cousin. It didn't have nothing to do with Boston Richey. He robbed the cousin, and in the process of robbing the cousin, apparently killed the cousin. So Boston Richey's telling the truth in here. He's not making nothing up or swaying them in a different direction. He's literally saying, I had nothing to do with this shit. It has something to do with my cousin and pills, which is literally what the affidavit says it has to do with.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, and all right. And does that align with he's saying he's telling? I think he admits that too. He's like, yeah, I told him the truth about altercation. I told him it ain't had nothing to do with the murder, and then they start asking me about the murder, and I start spinning them, basically because now they're trying to find, like, yo, do we have enough or can we get enough evidence to get this guy charged for the murder? He claims he's spinning. All right, let me just play this. Let me see.
Mom and Dad's house, what, on a lark? They came probably looking for you. They weren't looking. They weren't looking for slugs. They were looking for you.
Okay. His brother texts me. He says, "Man, Eddie Butler is a common name." He says, "We don't know this nigga." That's what he just said. He said, "This nigga we got on the screen, he don't know." Do you have? I'm pretty sure if this is
Coley either though.
Say again?
They say they don't know Coley either though. They only know that Coley ain't fucking get convicted, but they know Coley when Coley does the fucking Say Cheese interview.
By the way, Ugly Money TV, I see you in here. There's a lot of people in the building. Thank y'all all for watching. So you believe they're lying that they don't know this guy?
Bro, we done caught them in how many lies already throughout this entire story? They just had everybody posting that fucking audio on Say Cheese saying he never identified Wig. And in this video, he clearly identifies Wig.
Okay. They text me back. As I said, I wish I would just talk to you. Yo, they text me back saying, listen, we know Coley. We just don't we never see this nigga day in our lives. You know?
They don't know Boom Boom neither, because he just said that too. And then all of a sudden he remembered Boom Boom's a crackhead.
Well, here's the benefit of why, you know,
show them like, no, you know this person.
Yo, here's the benefit of why, you know, we have about like almost 25,000 people watching. If there is any Instagram video or photo that exists of Boston Richey with this guy, it will be found. If they ever took pictures. But you know, if niggas in the street, they might not take pictures. So if this guy knows Boston Richey, and if they're lying to me, there will be a picture found somewhere, I would hope. Right? All right. Okay. You wanted to add anything else before I keep playing?
No, go ahead, keep playing.
Oh
right. Boom, what's up? And
they wanted me to ask Jake, like, what about the DMs that he posted with you and
Yeah, he ain't post the rest of it. I was trying to get Boston Richey to put a video in my video.
So did you actually send that message and you unsent it?
Nah, facts. Yeah. See, this is the thing. I said the same thing when I talked to his brother on the phone. His brother told me the whole story. I'm like, damn, it sounded like he didn't even tell. It sounded like he just fucked up and said too much, this and that, da-da-da. And it's because, yeah, bro, see, I'm going to get you this, and I'm going to get you the paperwork, and I'm going to send you This is the thing. They telling me they going to send me all this shit. So I'm thinking in my head, okay, this is perfect. Y'all going to send me everything that I need. He going to send a video saying whatever the fuck he needs to say. And then I'm going to come out with the whole fucking video.
So
and that's exactly how I do it.
So what was the point of unsending it, though?
I mean, there really wasn't no fucking point to it. I just took that bitch off.
Hey, Tony the Closer, what up, bro? Tony, I see a minute. He says 1090 being on Channel 7 is crazy. They're trying to come at you about this whole news story thing. I see some people say in the chat, how is he blood if he's which I really don't want to talk about gang affiliation, but he said, how are you affiliated if you could work with the news and the police?
How did I work with the police if I didn't with the news?
Yeah. Right.
How does that work? What compound got named? What CO got named? What inmate got named? What CO got arrested? Where are the reports at for any of that?
Yo, respectfully, bro. The chat is saying we don't give a fuck, bro.
No. This is tonight.
I mean, they don't
This
need
is
to give a fuck because they were saying I was a rat for exposing a rat.
How it is? You're snitching
That
on the
wasn't
snitch.
nothing new. The second I put up Boston Richey snitched, they said you a snitch for saying he a snitch.
Yeah, but you're snitching on the snitch, so kind of like, you
How
know.
you snitch on a
Yo,
snitch? You
Warrior,
sound
chill,
dumb
bro.
as fuck.
Yo, who? Bro.
How you snitch on a snitch? He can't explain it?
Nah, they muted my nigga Warrior, bro. He
Wait, what
from
happened?
UK. Give him a minute, bro.
The way you snitch on the snitch is by telling people his business, which you do.
Like, why y'all let this nigga troll?
Yeah, but like, how you?
Hold
how
on,
would you
wait,
know
hold on,
somebody-
wait, hold on. Wait. I kind of want to keep it in between, you know, Richie and Jake because both sides is basically saying the opposite shit, right? So Richie's people said, well, listen, they're watching stream live too. They said the reason why Jake sent the message is because in the message he said he went over the paperwork, and this was after all of that. And I'm not gonna say derogative words, whatever they're calling you. They say you're lying now, and they said that's the same thing we were saying. Who went to jail? So I guess they're saying who went to jail as a result of his actions.
Yeah, so hang on. Show me the can you pull up the DM?
Yeah. And by the way, again, I feel like a messenger in this whole shit, but it's all good. They believe that somebody paid you off, which, I mean, I'll let you answer for yourself.
Who the fuck gonna pay me off?
Well,
What they think? Kodak's artist? Didn't he just get signed? I don't even think he got money like that.
Holy.
Can you bring the DM up though?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. This fucking computer keep freezing. All right.
Yo, Act, do you think YSL is a gang month in?
Wait. Your DMs or the ones he sent
Nah,
to you?
the DM that he sent you.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah.
This would be this right here. Got you.
And then I'm gonna send you the last DM, basically the bottom of the messages that I have right now.
Okay. So. Oh, fuck. Here we go. So here's the message. It says, I'm going to go off the paperwork. At the same time, I'm going to point out what you really said ain't matter against DeAndre with all the shit they had on him after talking to your people. I told him, in my opinion, it ain't sound like you snitched. Well, is that like you clearing him? If you're saying, yo.
Yeah, this is everything that I spoke to about with his brother. Because the main thing that they were trying to point out about Kodak's artist or whatever is that he's like 19 right now. So when all this shit went down, he wasn't nothing but like 12, and they were trying to say, "Oh, that's gonna discredit him." So they were basically trying to. The brother basically lined up a whole bunch of points for me.
Yeah.
That would make Boston Richey look good, and then go down a little piece.
Okay. Here we go.
I just gotta wait until the screen fucking catches up.
Yo,
if anyone had an issue, they could have been stepped about it, and nobody did. That's exactly what the brother said. They said, "Hey, how is he a rat if we shot a video in them projects?" Same thing with the GTA case. The case for them got dropped, but in all reality, you shouldn't have said anything. This is also coming from the brother. So I basically reiterated everything that the brother told me when I talked to the brother on the phone. And this was before I found out from Coley that the case wasn't dropped and that he ended up getting convicted on the shit.
Okay, so you're saying that this message to him was after a conversation, not after you reviewing the paperwork and possible footage. Am I right?
Nah, I seen the paperwork at this time. I didn't see any footage. I just got the footage.
Okay.
I seen paperwork though, because we got DMs. I'm not really sure when this DM was sent and what came after. It would have to be on his shit or whatever since he screenshotted it. But at the same time, I got the DMs I'm sending to the brother and of him saying, look, this is what you told at. This where shit going south at. This is where you said this, and how am I supposed to spin this? And if Kodak did the same thing, you would call him a snitch. But I just sent you the last of the DMs we have, and this was after the conversation with the brother. I said, spoke with your people. You want to put something in the video to speak on your side? And then there's nothing after that. And then I said, I'm going to FaceTime you when I put all this together. He said, okay, bet, bro. And that was the end of the DMs.
Okay, all right. You just sent me some stuff. Hold on. Can I ask you, and this is a question from me to you. Do you think that, and I feel like it has, I look at you as like an independent, arbiter. So like, you're going to be just kind of neutral. You're just going to look at whatever the facts is. I think you did for Bandman Kevo. If people thought it was going to come back bad or whatever, it could be come back good and come back bad, right? And I think that's why people kind of like love watching your channel, right? Do you think it's gotten a little like maybe personal, in the sense of like the back and forth with you and him is gotten to maybe where, there's an additional incentive to prove your point, and probably additional incentive definitely on their side to prove their point?
Nah, 100%.
Okay.
100%. See, this is the thing. This ain't even the only shit that's... See, he's trying to put shit out behind the scenes, like through other means, right? So he tried to get in contact with his people that is connected to whoever on other shit that just completely flopped. You know what I mean? So it's like he's saying, oh, he got paperwork. If I had paperwork, he would have been blasted that shit through every fucking media outlet. And he's saying his lawyer wanted to drag me in court. That's exactly what they told Coley, that they were talking about a lawsuit. A defamation lawsuit is what I'm assuming it would have been. But how can you create a defamation lawsuit when I'm literally reading your fucking court documents that are online on the website? You see what I'm saying? Now, if I had an opinion of you, if I said, oh, he got AIDS or some shit, everybody stopped listening to him because of that, I would understand the defamation case. But if we go on Leon County and we look up all your shit, just like I sent you that entire witness list that has everybody in it. See, that's another thing, right? They said that the witness list that Bruce Rivers covered was fake. But every name that was on that witness list that Bruce Rivers said was fake is listed in the witness list that I gave you. So it's like it became more personal when you trying to cover up lies with other lies and then accusing me of lying. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so and again, I really wish. And by the way, I don't know if his brother is down in, I know Richie's probably gonna headed to a show. I don't know if his brother wants to get on. It would be a lot easier. Anyway, this is what they're saying, right? They're saying, how could let me just read it. They said they have Coley's paperwork, and they sent it to me again. I think I put it up yesterday. They said if the GTA case doesn't show up on his record, how did he send him to prison or anything? Because it doesn't show up on the record. And they're saying clearly juvenile records show up on this thing, right?
Okay. So we would break that down like this here, right?
Yeah.
We didn't see it on any of this shit. Remember when we looked at the other co-defendant and we didn't see the shit on his either?
Yes, so I guess he's saying that he's the one who really went down for it. That's it.
Nah, he went to prison for it. But Coley's saying he went to a juvenile program for it. So one of them was convicted in juvenile court and Richie was convicted in an adult court.
But according to them, they said it would still be on their record. And they're saying it's just not on their record at all.
I mean, I don't know, bro. I think we'd have to ask Coley that, because to be honest with you, I would have never known that if Coley didn't tell me. You can't, a regular person cannot access juvenile records. It's not even fucking legal for someone to do that. So when he went on here and said, "Oh, I got all their shit, I got Jake's shit too," that in itself sounds crazy because Florida law, nobody's. If it isn't you, your lawyer, or someone involved in that fucking case, you're not supposed to have access to that shit.
True.
The juvenile case. So when he's saying he got my shit, why you think he ain't say nothing about it?
I ain't gonna
I had
lie.
I had an armed burglary and possession of a stolen firearm in my juvenile case. I had a felony battery in my juvenile case. I got adult cases too.
I ain't gonna lie. He sent it to me. It's on here. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it should be on there. But that's what I'm saying.
No,
like
hold on,
you,
but
you as a person wouldn't be able to get that.
No, hold on, but that's what I'm saying. It's making his point. So like they just sent me the doc. Your name, I hate saying your government, but like Jacob Cherry, right?
Bro, my whole name out there, my DC number out there. I've been doing this shit since the prison content. My name ain't a secret.
Okay, it has a 2012 arrest. It has pretty much everything you just said. You were a minor then, right?
Yeah, I should have. I got picked up in Orlando on a warrant, but transferred. It was out of Hillsborough County for possession of a stolen firearm and an armed burglary, and the battery was out of Hillsborough County too.
Yeah, Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office. So I guess what he's saying is that if they could pull up your juvenile records, if it's on their juvenile records, it should show up as well because they're seeing everything that's on your juvenile records.
It should, and that's where the confusion is. Because how does Coley go on, say cheese, and say, "Oh, I mean, I don't really think he snitched, and it's not an issue," but it doesn't even show he got arrested for the shit.
The chat saying the reason they saying that Boston Richey or his brother should talk to Jake because it looks like he's hiding behind you. Why won't he just have a conversation with Jake?
And I agree. No, I agree with that too. And talking to them and asking them, they believe that Jake is trying to fish and trying to make this is their real disposition. They really think that Jake is trying to build his notoriety, and this is the case to be like, damn, he really just outed some guy who everybody thought was solid, and is gonna catapult Jake to maybe a different level. But they believe he's using them for some straight content. Right, so for them it's like, they're like, hey, we'll come on and talk to you, but if we're talking to this guy who's going to be trying to play these games for content, you get what I mean?
I get you, Ag, but even them going back and forth with you replying to him is just it makes them look bad.
So it doesn't really make sense because I made one video on Boston Richey. My bandman Kevo video got more views than the Boston Richey video. But aside from that, you've had more discussions on this situation on this channel than I've had on my own channel. I had that interrogation requested December 29th. I just got it. I told Coley there was a waiting period that I requested it. That's one of the things that's on the DM with him. Yeah, your people said look up the interview. It'll clear everything up. Once again, his people told me to get the fucking interview like his people told me to look into the case. But other than that, I only got, 2 videos on the whole situation. It ain't like I'm going live every day talking about, what he said back, this, that, and the third, You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm going to call him out on all that bullshit, bro. You literally saying in the interrogation, you know who this person is. And then you telling Ack, I don't know who that person is. I lied throughout the whole thing.
Is it reasonable to believe them at that point, right, with the juvenile stuff? Because he's saying, I'm the only one who got charged. We have all their records. We don't see it on their records, right? We see it on his, right? Is it reasonable to say that they didn't get convicted or anything of that? Or will you follow up with Coley? Because if he's saying something different, right? Because he said he got sent to whatever, he probably should show some proof, right? Because right now, I'm gonna be honest, like just kind of looking at these documents, I'm seeing his juvenile stuff. Everybody's stuff they sent, I can see a juvenile charge on it, right? So it's not like the juvenile stuff is hidden, but there is no juvenile GTA case for the Coley dude. We don't see it.
Is there a juvenile GTA case for the other one?
No.
Desiree Robinson?
I could pull it up again. I did it yesterday.
Because Boston Richey's own arrest affidavit says all three of them were arrested.
Yeah, so they got arrested, right? So all of them got arrested, but I guess they weren't.
It doesn't show that either, though, right?
I don't know if it'll show arrest. I think it shows maybe charges.
Well, this is the thing, because my juvenile shit, I beat.
Yeah.
I wasn't convicted of that shit. So if it's only showing convictions, then mine wouldn't show anything. I wasn't convicted. I beat that gun case.
No, hold up. I guess what he's saying is that, and again, I feel like a defense attorney, bro. But it's all right. I guess they're saying they got arrested. So it's one thing they arrest 3 people in the car because y'all just came out of a stolen car. Now the person who gets charged with the GTA is the person, Boston Richey, who said, "I did it. It was my car." So they got arrested, but clearly nothing either came out of it. They didn't get charged with it. So it wouldn't, this isn't just like an arrest report, right? Like it's going to show what your charges are and what happened with those charges. But if you never got charged with it, right, that might not pop up on this particular paperwork if you only got arrested, right? Like if somebody says, like, say a girl just come out and be like, "Yo, this thing was beating on me, Jake," right? Obviously, I don't want to wish nothing to ecosphere, but still, if a girl just says that to the cops is gonna, just lock you up. But then they might be like, "Well, we really don't even have anything there ain't no bruises, there ain't no this, there ain't no that. Okay, we're not gonna press charges, right? So they let you go, right? But you got arrested, but there is no charges." Does that make sense? If it don't, you can tell me. All right, hold on.
I mean, is it only snitching if you get convicted?
Hey, that's where you lose me, brother. I don't know what's what.
That's where we come back to that whole situation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna look up that name. What's that name you had said?
Who?
You said, did it appear on that other person's thing?
Oh, dude, the other co-defendant. His last name's what? Robinson?
Robinson. Okay.
Darius Robinson?
This would be this guy. Yeah, okay. All right, now I'm looking at his thing. So it appears on, the charge appears on Boston Richey thing. Doesn't appear on the Coley guy, which I think is Lemont, something like that. And I'm looking at this last guy's thing. I'll tell you in a second. 2000. It's going to be in 2000. End of 2013, going into beginning of 2014. Let me see what this is. Yeah, it doesn't show anything. I don't know. I can put it up on the screen too. Like, let me just do that. Sorry, Chad.
I was saying, you don't want to just DM Coley?
If we could get Coley on here, hey, facts, could you get Coley on here too?
All right, yo, Jake, I'm about to get his Instagram. Send it to me real quick, Jake. I'm about to DM you.
Yeah, because it looked like he probably got some, making sense of this to do.
Well, that's the only one that could make any sense out of it.
Now, what would you say to the people who say Boston Richey's in a no-win situation? For example, the Coley guy went on Say Cheese and said he didn't snitch, right? But he's still being accused of snitching. You get what I mean? So if we need him to make sense of it, but he already said he didn't snitch. I don't know. If he said anything else, I would be like, well, you said he didn't snitch here. Now you're saying he's.
But he didn't necessarily say that he didn't snitch in that Say Cheese interview. He was trying to give him the clear because that's his homie. He was saying in the Say Cheese interview, we not trying to bring down nobody from our city. Like, he definitely didn't say that he didn't snitch.
Okay, so chat, here's this thing, this Jairus Robinson person. I'm gonna take this off the screen for a second because I got to scroll past an address. Okay, I scroll past the address. Now we're just at charges and final action taken. Okay. You see charges from like 2010, blah, blah, blah. This supposedly happened December 2013. Apparently with Boston Richey, it shows up January 2014 because after a certain amount of days, it gets put in big boy court and big boy shit, right? So anything that's in December or December 2013 or January 2014, that should pop up. We're at 2011 here, 2011, 2011, 2011. God damn, this thing was catching mad charges. All right, we're scrolling down. All right, so we're at 2013, but this is January. And see, this is what I'm saying. We jump from January to the next cycle, which is just May 2014. So it's just not there. I don't know. Yeah, if we could get Coley on here, that would be pretty good.
I had DM'd him. He followed me.
Yeah, I just hit him as well. We spamming him right now.
Yes. So, Jake, I kind of want to play a little bit. I want to keep playing the video because whatever way people could get to their inner peace about what this is, right? Because I really think there's never going to be a black and, even though this whole snitching thing is supposed to be about black and white, but this seems like we got to hear from one guy. We might have to watch the video. We got to interpret certain stuff. Like he's interpreting, well, me saying I had a fight that had nothing to do with nothing, that's not telling. I think you believe that's telling. It's kind of, it's not as like open and shut as we think.
I mean, bro,
In my
like
mind.
you literally gave a fucking 40-something minute interview, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, we can't forget that you just had Say Cheese post 17 minutes of you saying, I want a lawyer. But then I just posted 48 minutes in which you didn't ask for a lawyer one fucking time. So when you got the blog saying, oh, we got 17 minutes of audio of Boston Richey not identifying anybody, and then now we got the video of you identifying the person, and you had the video the whole fucking time, this same video, but you put out that other audio to once again try to sway the crowd. He wouldn't have put out this video if I didn't. Nobody would know about it. He would have put out that little audio and let bitches ride off of that. Nah, this the interview right here. I didn't identify nobody. I asked for my lawyer. You ain't asked for a lawyer one time in this video.
Well, I mean,
Okay, so he's messenger act, ain't it? They said that is cap. We got the video today as well. So they're saying, I guess maybe both y'all, maybe you sent in your request, their lawyers sent in their request, and whenever the clerk got it, emailed it to both y'all. I don't know.
Oh no, I requested mine on the 29th, but I didn't need a lawyer to do that.
so
I don't know why they don't just like come on and just talk instead of like texting you about it. Cause it don't sound like what he in the club texting right now? Like he in the back of the section?
I don't know. So they sent me a screenshot too. I don't know if I post this. It could be hacked. They send a message showing that yesterday, which right now it's after midnight. So yesterday, which it's pretty much today, right? That's when they got the video in a drop box link.
Yeah, that's exactly how I got it.
Oh, I don't know, man.
So you think doing an interview is snitching? Like any interview at all without calling your lawyer is snitching?
You asking me or him?
Oh, I'm asking you, Jake.
Do I think doing an interview with the police?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, homie, what's the purpose of you doing the interview?
Well, you say he pointed people out, but did he point these people out that led them into jail at all?
He was brought into an interview for a murder investigation.
But I mean,
What are you like? You're not this person's lawyer, so what are you gonna be in there defending the person in there? You're speaking on a murder investigation. And like I said, he told the truth in it. He said, nah, he didn't get killed because of me. But then he said he got killed because of pills. And then he starts naming the people that's doing pills with him. And then they show him this person who they believe is the person that did it because the father spoke to the police and said he was beefing with this person. And he said, nah, that ain't about no beef. All right, who is this? That's Wig. Well, Wig just so happens to be the only person that was arrested for this and sentenced to 15 years in prison.
he said murder of his own cousin. Okay, though? Like, y'all could say it's the murder of his own cousin, but if you helping somebody do that instead of quote-unquote spinning back, then you kind of are snitching on it.
Okay.
I mean, I look at it like this. If Akademiks got pulled into a murder investigation, is anybody going to hold Akademiks to any street shit? But when you come up on here saying, I'm really in the streets, then what the fuck are you doing in that room for 48 fucking minutes when you could have said, I want a lawyer? How you
That's
did in
a
the other?
fact.
Okay.
That's why your other interview was 17 fucking minutes and this was 48 fucking minutes. There seems to be a difference.
Real street niggas know you're not supposed to give cops any information. And I'm just saying, like, he pointed out that nigga, he pointed out people, he said names. You're not supposed to do that shit, bro.
Okay, and they just texted me. They said their response is that, well, this I know is personal. They said, well, Jake, you're giving information on Channel 7. That's what they're saying.
Is that the police, though?
I don't know.
They just making themselves look bad.
Wait, if that's the case, then Gunna
So
would
all right. So what they're trying to say is what? If I ratted that he ratted, that's what they're saying?
I guess.
Is that what they're trying to turn it into?
They're
Because I
joining
said
the
that the
Discord.
COs bring drugs into a prison.
All right,
What
somebody's
am I going
joining.
to say? Oh, no, the people's girlfriends is bringing it into the prison? This isn't fucking publicly known information?
Okay.
There haven't been drug busts in Florida with COs getting fired for bringing drugs into the prison system?
Okay, so
I did a little bit more than 6 months in the chain gang. I know how the chain gang work, right? I could have said all type of shit. What I said, the COs is bringing it into prison. They don't get paid shit. So they go buy a $50 phone and turn that shit into $1,500. Who got arrested off of that statement?
All right. By the way, Richie's brother is joining Discord. Okay.
Thank God.
Hopefully, because I think he's armed with all the information. It's better if y'all talk at each other. By the way, I want to have an intelligent, proper discourse where it's not just about insulting each other. You get what I mean? And that's the whole point. So let me see if I could get them on here.
So if talking to the news is snitching, then wouldn't Gunna automatically be a snitch for just even going on Crime Stoppers?
Nah, they were saying Gunna was telling.
But they said he wasn't though. They said it's just Crime Stoppers. Like,
if talking to the news is snitching,